how you nail that VP interview. So you go, hey, I'm from a small town in Connecticut, and something about myself that people typically tell me is blah, blah, blah. Now, that said, even though that's true, I think something they don't recognize that is happening also is blah, 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 blah. Now, what's not on my resume that would be a good thing to know about me is blah, 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 blah. This is the real key, though. Before the interview, you think about the 5 to 10 most commonly asked categories of questions. So they want to know about forecasting, about generating culture, about leading change, things like that. Think about everything you've done, and you want to actually, as much as you can, create acronyms for the systems that you've basically created. So for example, if you have led change in the organization, and you maybe have always told them what the change is, you've helped people, and you've made sure that it was done. Well, I call that chef. You clarified the problem, you helped, and you followed up. So now when you're telling them how you handle change or whatever, you're not like, oh, one time I helped and I also did this follow-up. You're like, I have a method for that, which I call chef, and here's how I do that. So here's what it looks like. Someone's gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna figure out what is the category they're asking. They may say like, Howard, what are 3 ways you forecasted? Right, or something like that. But you'll be like, hey, when it comes to forecasting, the system I use, the method I use is the chef method. Here's how that works. Here's an example of when I did that and how it worked. I know it seems cheesy to like make up an acronym, but when you do that, it makes them be able to know that you haven't just done things in the past and it's still a risk whether you can do those things at their org. You've done them in the past and you've got a system for them, so whatever org you're in, you can always implement them.